So guys, welcome to our channel once again. In today's video on our WAEC Biology exam revision series, we have here these 20 repeated questions to answer on the topic Biology of Hereditary. So guys, in this video we are going to focus on chromosomes. So let's go ahead and start with the first question here. It says, in the structure of DNA, which of the following statements is true? A. Nucleotide is made up of ribose, phosphates, and an organic nitrogen compound. B. Guanine is the opposite of cytosine. C. The double helix are held together by covalent bonds. And D. Adenine is the opposite of cytosine. So guys, the answer to this question here is option B here. In the structure of the DNA, the guanine is always found opposite to the cytosine, and that's it for this question. So the nitrogenous bases pair up in a kind of a regular way, in a specific way in the DNA, where adenine pairs with thymine and then guanine pairs with cytosine, and this is known as complementary base pairing. So option B here is the correct answer to this question. Let's consider the next question, guys. Question number 2. It says, the following events occur during mitosis in a cell. I. Chromatid separates. II. Chromosomes become visible. III. Chromosomes align at the equator. IV. Cytoplasm divides, that's cytokinesis. The correct sequence of the events is A. III, IV, and then I. B. II, and then IV. C. II, and then IV. D. II, IV, I, and then III. So guys, the correct sequence here will be II, and then IV. So that's option B here. First of all, the chromosomes will become visible, and then the chromosomes will align at the equator, and then the chromatids will separate, and then the cytoplasm now divides. So that's it for this question. Let's consider the next question. Question number 3 here. It says, which of the following statements is not true about chromosomes? A. Body cells have diploid number of chromosomes. B. Each chromosome is made up of 2 chromatids. C. Homologous chromosomes do not occur in pairs naturally. And then D. The sex cells have haploid number of chromosomes. So guys, the answer to this question here is option C. The one that is not true about chromosomes here is the option C here, which is homologous chromosomes do not occur in pairs naturally. So actually, homologous chromosomes occur in pair naturally in diploid organisms, and so this is the answer to this question. Let's consider the next question, guys. Question number 4. So the question here says, which of the following processes occur in the second phase of meiosis? A. Homologous chromosomes separates. B. Segregation of genes occur. C. 2 daughter cells are formed. D. Fertilization occurs. So guys, the answer to this question is option A. Homologous chromosomes separate. So the second phase of meiosis is the phase called meiosis 2, and it's actually similar to mitosis. So in this phase, the sister chromatids of each of the chromosomes separate and move to the opposite poles of the cell. So that's it for this question, and the answer is option A here. So the next question here is question number 5. It says, which of the following occurrences is not a feature of meiosis? A. Formation of two diploid cells. B. Two successive nuclear cell divisions. C. Pairing of homologous chromosomes at prophase. And D. Formation of 4 haploid cells. So guys, the answer to this question here is option A. Formation of 2 diploid cells. So in meiosis, there is always a formation of haploid cells. So meiosis always end up with formation of a haploid cells and not diploid cells. So it's the cell division that actually occurs in reproductive cells like the sperm and the egg. So you'll notice that option A here is the correct answer to this question. So option A is not a feature in meiosis, because meiosis actually often results to formation of haploid cells, not diploid. So haploid cells will have half the number of the chromosome, and that's it. Whereas diploid cells will have complete number. So with that being said, let's consider the next question. Question number 6 here, it says, adenine pairs with thymine because A. One is a strong base and the other is a weak base. B. The two occur in the same nucleic acid. C. One is purine base and the other is pyrimidine. And then D. Two purine bases easily pair up. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here. One is a purine base and the other is pyrimidine. Adenine is actually a purine base and then thymine is pyrimidine. So their molecular structure allows them to bond together with hydrogen bonds. And that's it for this question, option C. So let's consider the next question. Question number 7 here, it says, which of the following is a difference between mitosis and meiosis? A. Formation of spindle fibers. B. Alignment of chromosomes along the equatorial plane. C. Replication of the chromosomes at the cell and the cell organelles. D. Pairing of homologous chromosomes. So guys, the correct answer to this question is option D here. So that's the major difference between mitosis and meiosis, pairing of homologous chromosomes. So let's consider the next question, question number 8 here. The question here says, the haploid number of chromosomes in humans is A. 48, B. 46, C. 24, D. 23. So guys, the answer to this question is option D here. That's 23 chromosomes. So the haploid number of chromosomes in humans is actually 23. That's half the diploid number, where the diploid number is 46. So this is actually the number you find in sex cells like the sperm or egg. So that's it for this question. The next question here, question number 9, says, in which of the following structures will cells undergoing meiosis be seen? A. In the cortex of the stem. B. In the ovary of the flower. C. At the apices of stem and roots. D. In the palisade mesophyll of the leaf. So guys, the answer to this question is option B here. That's in the ovary of a flower. So remember that meiosis will always occur in sex cells. So the ovary of a flower is a sex cell for the flower. And that's where meiosis will occur, in the flower. So with that said, let's consider the next question. Question number 10 here. It says, in a living cell, factors which are responsible for inheritance are located A, in the nucleoplasm, B, in the chromosomes, C, in the nucleolus, D, in the nuclear membrane. So guys, the answer to this question is option B here, and that's in the chromosomes. The factors that are responsible for inheritance in a living cell are actually located in the chromosomes. So it's actually the chromosome that houses the DNA. It's made up of protein and a single molecule of DNA which carries the cell's genetic instruction. So that's it for that question. Let's consider the next question. Question number 11 here. It says, which of the following statements is correct about the structure of a chromosome? A chromosome consists of A, thread-like structures not joined together, B, two chromatin threads joined at the centrioles, C, two chromatids joined at the centromere, and D, two chromatids joined at the spindle. So guys, the answer to this question here is option C, two chromatids joined at the centromere. So chromosomes are actually duplicated and become visible under the microscope as long and thin threads. They are between 0.25 microns to 50 microns in length, and each of these duplicated chromosomes is made up of two sister chromatids that is attached by a centromere. So let's consider the next question. Question number 12 here. It says, the exchange of genes between homologous chromosomes is called A, test cross, B, back cross, C, crossing over, D, mutation. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here, and that's crossing over. Crossing over is actually when genes from one chromosome swap with genes from the other chromosome, leading to a new gene combination in the resulting chromatid. And that's the answer to this question. So let's consider the next question. Question number 13 here. It says, how many chromosomes will be present in a gamete if the somatic cells was 8 chromosomes? So guys, obviously that's half the number of chromosomes in the somatic cell, and without having to go through the options here, option C is the correct answer to this question, and that's 4. Let's consider the next question. Question number 14 here. It says, which of the following is not a reason why an offspring looks different from its parents? A, existence of multiple alleles in organisms. B, formation of chiasmata in chromatids during meiosis. C, mitosis of the zygotes produce new combination of chromosomes. And then D, random reorganization of chromosomes during gamete formation. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here. An offspring will actually look different from the parents due to genetic variation, which is in most cases caused by several factors such as random reorganization of the chromosomes during gamete formation, existence of multiple alleles in organisms, and then formation of chiasmata in chromatids during meiosis. But however, guys, mitosis of the zygotes does not produce new combination of chromosomes. Instead, it actually results in production of identical cells of the same genetic information as the parent cell. So question number 15 here says, which of the following is found in meiosis? and not in mitosis. So we have A, crossing over, B, prophase, C, spindle fiber, D, chromatids. So guys, option A is the correct answer to this question. Crossing over does not occur in mitosis, rather it occurs only in meiosis. And that's the answer to this question. So let's consider the next question. Question number 16 here. It says, the hereditary material in a living organism is located inside the A, nucleus, B, protein wall, C, lysosome, D, cytoplasm. So guys, the answer to this question is option A, and that's the nucleus. Question number 17 here says, which of the following statements about chromosome is correct? A, all the chromosomes of a species are the same in shape. B, the number present in a species is constant. C, they bear ribosomes on their outer membrane. And D, they are nearly arranged in the cytoplasm. So guys, the answer to this question is option B here, and that's the number present in a species is constant. So every species will actually have a particular number of chromosomes. For instance, in the somatic cells of humans, we have 46 chromosomes, and that of dog is 78, and so on. So you find out every species will have a particular number, or a constant number. So that's it for that question. Let's consider the next question. Question number 18 here. It says, how many chromosomes will be in a gamete if the normal cell is 4 chromosomes? So guys, again, the answer to this question will just be half the number of chromosomes in the normal or somatic cell. So guys, obviously, since the normal cell has 4 chromosomes, the number of chromosomes in the gamete cell will be 2. That's option C here. So let's consider the next question. Question number 19 here. It says, the diagram below is an illustration of a stage in a biological process. Study it and answer the question. What stage of cell division is illustrated in the diagram? A, telophase, B, prophase, C, anaphase, D, metaphase. So guys, the answer to this question is option C here, anaphase. Actually, the anaphase is the stage in mitosis where the replicated chromosomes are split, and then newly copied chromosomes are moved to opposite poles of the cell. It actually occurs after the metaphase. So guys, we'll go ahead and consider the next and the last question here. Question number 20. It says, the diagrams below are illustration of 2 different cells involved in a biological process in mammals. Study them and answer the question below. If the number of chromosomes in the skin cells of mammals is 46, how many chromosomes will be found in P and Q respectively? So guys, again, it's just half the 46 because these are reproductive cells. These are actually sex cells. So they'll contain half the number of chromosomes found in the somatic cells of the skin and other parts. So that will be 23 for each of them. So option A is 23, 46, option B 46, 46, option C 23, 23, option D 46, 23. And guys, definitely the answer to this question is option C. And this is where we end this video for today. So guys, if you enjoyed this lesson, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not yet a subscriber. Also, if you have any specific question regarding this video, you can drop your question on the comment section below and we'll ensure to give you a response. So we also want to encourage you to join our YouTube channel community where we'll post major updates on WAEC examination. So we encourage you to do that by hitting the join button below, and we'll see you right there. So thank you once again for watching this video, and see you on the next one.